Good evening. Welcome to a special edition of the Ripoff of the Week with openthebooks.com. Our esteemed leader, Adam Andrzejewski, is actually on a plane right now coming back to Chicago from San Diego, where he was a featured luncheon speaker today at the annual American Legislative and Exchange Council's two-day conference. So he did a great job. We're super excited. We're going to post that link here on the site shortly so that you can watch it. If there's anybody that wants homework this week, we would love for you to watch Adam's speech, where he details the need for bringing on a transparency revolution. What we're talking about this week is our 2021 wrap-up. And I'm going to read to you some of our top 6 most read stories of 2021. To date, 5.4 million of you have read Adam's Forbes columns in 2021. That means 5.4 million people who are interested in what Washington and bloated state governments are doing with your money. So let me just get right into it today. 5.4 million views on our Forbes. Thank you so much, right? Americans need to have a stake in their financial transparency and activities at the federal level. So this year, our top stories based on your views. Number 1 most read story: Dr. Anthony Fauci as the highest paid federal employee in the country. That's right, over 4 million federal employees, and Dr. Fauci is numero uno. Well, as things go, guess what? Open the Books has partnered with Judicial Watch to actually file a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit to really look at all the employment contracts that Dr. Fauci has signed, financial conflict of interest, and confidentiality disclosure agreements for himself and any people that work for him. We will have a status update, hopefully at the beginning of the year, and lots more to discuss on that. Number 2 most read Open the Books Forbes story in 2021 was that federal employees receive 44 days in paid time off. This is really nothing more than a personal bailout for bureaucrats. That $570 million in family leave was part of the American Rescue Act of 2021. We can thank those extra post-pandemic perks for federal employees, courtesy of those in Washington that you elected to manage your money and keep track. Well, I guess we get to keep track, and Open the Books will continue to put out great Forbes pieces next year in 2022. Okay, the top third 2021 most viewed investigation for Open the Books was military equipment left behind in Afghanistan. That's right. This was America's $83 billion bungle. The Biden administration, they didn't help with transparency whatsoever. They had such a poor exit from Afghanistan. They literally left behind billions of dollars of equipment. We're talking explosives, weapons, helicopters, and planes, all now in the hands of the Taliban. The $83 billion bungle. Well, number 4, Biden's OSHA vaccine mandate. That is the story that we discovered in the 2,400-page bill. Thank you, Nancy Pelosi, that they snuck in, I believe, on page 166. That is based on President Biden telling companies, private companies, that anybody with more than 100 employees were going to get fined anywhere from $70,000 to $700,000 for not being in vaccine mandate compliance. This OSHA authority quietly tucked in there. But guess what? That mechanism is now on full display and being challenged in courts all over this country. Top 5. Los Angeles County lifeguards. Some of them made up to $392,000. I guess life's a beach when you're a lifeguard in Los Angeles County. Hey, we found that 82 of those lifeguards were making more than $200,000 a year. And because of you, you've made Baywatch Paywatch famous as our number 5 most read Forbes piece in 2021. Number 6, being a lifeguard isn't easy, but that was number 5. Number 6, well, that's going to come next week. We've got our top 5 list. We're going to share the rest, 6 through 10 with you next week. What is important? Open the books. We need you because your donations mean more investigations. We appreciate you guys. We thank you for watching. We thank you for supporting Open the Books. We've got a whole lot more, at least 4 more stories to come out in Forbes between now and the end of the year. We hope you have a very great holiday season. We look forward to seeing you back here next Thursday at 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern for another ripoff of the week. Until then, if you want to learn more, go to openthebooks.com.